What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka All Fires Now, as we speed into 2025, and with Marvel Studios' absolutely insane release schedule next year, 6 TV shows and 3 movies basically means we're getting a new Marvel project almost every month. It also means that Marvel Studios is finally catching up and finishing their original round of announcements from 2019, and outside of a couple of outliers like Blade, they are now open to start doing new projects that we expect at a future announcement. Now, we've also heard real recently from Brad Winderbaum, who's in charge of Marvel Television and Animation, that he is totally open to doing multiple seasons of TV shows, and it appears as though the next show has been greenlit to do just that. We're breaking down this latest industry insider update from Daniel Rickman about Hawkeye Season 2, the filming and production schedule, as well as the possible release date. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do, so if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner to coincide with the finale of What If next month. Again, all you got to do be a sub, leave a comment if you want. Stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so real quick, just a little context here. Hawkeye Season 2 has been rumored to be in development for over a year now, just looking for the green light over at Marvel Studios. There were rumors about it being removed from the slate and then re-added to the slate, but still just in pre-development with no real green light ever having been reported, except for in the rumor mill. Just a couple of days ago, as part of a major Marvel update and coming from none other than trusted industry insider source Daniel Rickman, you guys can follow him over on Twitter at RPK News, he indicated that Hawkeye Season 2 is not only greenlit, but it's filming fall of 2025, so about a year from now, with a possible fall of 2026 or 2027 release date. Now, the only thing that's super curious about this update is the fall of 2026 or 2027, because obviously the landscape of the MCU is drastically different one of those times from another. Fall of 2026 will find this show right in the middle of the 2 Avengers films, Doomsday and Secret War, and inevitably, unless they plan on making any of the things that come out a prequel, they're going to have to be through the context of Battleworld and a fractured multiverse. Difficult for any budget for a TV show really, but especially maybe a grounded character like Hawkeye. Also, the original show's connection to characters like Yelena Belova and of course Kate Bishop don't seem to be immediately there now, as Yelena Belova has moved on to the Thunderbolts, a whole new team that doesn't really involve Hawkeye, so her recent history will be with those characters, and of course his connection to Kate Bishop seems like at this point would have sort of moved on. Kate will be working with Miss Marvel and what we assume will either be the upcoming Young Avengers or Champions series that's had a lot of news as of late, and so perhaps this series will look quite different with what Hawkeye is up to, and by then. If it should come out in fall of 2027, then that would be after the conclusion of Avengers Secret Wars, and as we're entering the Mutant Saga, presumably way past when we expected characters that were part of that OG6 to have their storyline wrapped up. Also, you would think, no matter what stage of pre-development it's in now, by the time they start filming in fall of 2025, they have to know which one of these release dates it's going to come out in, because it's going to matter for the storyline in the script with whatever they're doing in the TV show. So as we wait patiently to see where they're going to take Clint Barton, the future of the Hawkeye character, either right before Secret Wars or after, my thoughts are it makes a lot more sense for this character to get his second iteration of the TV show right before we get to Secret Wars. And as I just said, of course, dealing with a fractured multiverse would lead to a hell of a budget and very ambitious for any TV show, but I just don't think Marvel would want to undercut any project that's coming out in between the 2 Avengers films by making them a prequel. You're just losing all of the immediacy and all of the agency, and plus, we've seen in the past when things have been a prequel, say like the Black Widow film, maybe they don't hit quite as hard as they would have if they were put out in real time. So I suspect a Season 2 for Hawkeye, put it out in fall of 2026, give one of the OG Avengers their due, because I think it is very reasonable to assume that any of the OG Avengers that are still left in the MCU at this point, like Chris Hemsworth Thor, Hawkeye, they might not have a future or be looking to wrap up their roles here with Avengers Secret Wars. Now, for devil's advocacy's sake, Hawkeye could come out in fall of 2027. We could still have Clint Barton in the MCU alongside Kate Bishop. And for that matter, Chris Hemsworth's Thor 5, which at this point is one of the most heavily corroborated stories as far as pre-development over at Marvel alongside Doctor Strange 3, will also most likely come out after Avengers 5. So Chris Hemsworth's Thor will be sticking around as an OG Avenger. It doesn't mean that they have to wrap up and retire, but the only real caveat here, at least especially from Marvel's standpoint, is that if you keep characters around, Chris Hemsworth's Thor, Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, the longer you go before you can introduce or will introduce new versions of those characters. But it doesn't mean that we can't see a new Steve Rogers and a new Tony Stark alongside an old Clint Barton or an old version of Thor, and that's really what the power of remaking the multiverse is going to be, and that's why we're calling it a soft reboot instead of a full reboot that doesn't acknowledge any of this continuity. That would basically be undoing all of what Marvel has just done with this saga and canonizing all of the Marvel Cinematic Universes. But you guys let me know what you think down below. How hype are you for Hawkeye Season 2? Who do you want the villain to be? And where do you think this story will go for Clint Barton in the future? I'm all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Okay, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel, and we're still going to do that until the PlayStation 5 Pro comes out, then we'll switch over. We just gave one away for the finale of Agatha All Along, and we have another one coming up for the finale of What If, which goes live next season. Next year is actually going to be a banger, because we give one away with every Marvel release, and next year there's at least 6 or 7 of them. If you want to be entered to win for any of the other giveaways we do, say through the holiday season, all the same rules will always apply. It's super simple. All you got to do is be a subscriber, so hit the sub button, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will always be announced at the end of videos in the same segment we're doing here, live with my voice, and a winning comment when there is one shown on screen. So please be safe and vigilant on YouTube, really any platform. If you should get a comment from an obvious spammer using some content creator's photo trying to claim that you've won a prize, but then wants your information on third-party app, never ever give them your information. That is so unsafe. It's just a ruse. They're all just trying to get you to pay for shipping for a prize that doesn't exist. Keep in mind, no content creator, myself included, will ever charge you for shipping if you should win something. That's kind of part of the deal. It'd be hilarious if we did that. We would never do that, so please be safe and vigilant. If you should get a spam comment like that, and unfortunately, they're still all over the platform, even though they've left my channel alone for a while. If you should get a comment like that, simply report it directly to YouTube. I guarantee you that the content creator, the YouTuber, already knows, and by reporting it to YouTube, they will delete it even faster and the account. So not only has the comment gone from the page and you're helping that content creator out, but everywhere they've commented across YouTube will also now be gone. You're really just doing the entire YouTube community a service. The best way to keep up with the content at the channel has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking out my music, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.